You tell yourself this time will be different. You have said that before. And somewhere underneath the hope, a quieter part of you already knows how this goes. The apology comes, the affection returns, everything feels like the beginning again. And then it happens again. You know the pattern. You can narrate it before it starts, and yet you stay. This is not weakness, it is not low self-esteem, and it is definitely not your fault. The real answer is far stranger. Because what is happening inside you is not a failure to leave, it is a survival system doing exactly what it was built to do. Let us go back, not to your last relationship, further. Picture an infant left alone, hungry, frightened, completely dependent. The only thing standing between that infant and death is the very same person who, hours earlier, may have been harsh or absent. There is no walking away. The infant's entire biology is built around one rule: stay close to the source of safety, even when that source is also the source of fear. Psychiatrist Donald Dutton spent decades studying what happens when fear and attachment come from the same place at the same time. What he found changed everything. When danger and comfort are delivered by the same person, the bond does not weaken, it intensifies. This is the mechanism behind a trauma bond, not a poetic phrase, a precise description of a neurological event. Your brain has two systems that are supposed to stay separate. One says, danger, get away. The other says, this person matters, stay close. In a trauma bond, they fire together, over and over. Same person, opposite signals, and your nervous system loops. After an episode of fear, your body floods with cortisol and adrenaline. Then, when that same person suddenly becomes gentle again, your brain releases a surge of relief. That relief activates the same dopamine pathways as a reward. Your brain is not rewarding the abuse, it is rewarding the return to safety. But because the threat and the safety came from the same source, your brain links them together. Psychologist Patrick Carnes studied survivors of abusive relationships and found something almost every one of them described the same way. The connection did not feel like attachment despite the abuse, it felt like attachment because of it. Over time, the chemical waves stop feeling like opposites, they start to feel like a single familiar rhythm. Calm, steady relationships begin to feel empty by comparison. Not because peace is undesirable, because your body was trained to read love as intensity, and intensity as this exact storm then shelter cycle. This is why leaving feels like withdrawal, because physiologically it is. Researcher Bessel van der Kolk showed that traumatic bonds physically alter the nervous system's baseline. The body recalibrates around chaos. Calm begins to feel unfamiliar, even unsafe, simply because it is unrecognized. So when you try to leave, your body does not experience freedom, it experiences absence. But here is what matters most. The same plasticity that formed this bond can unlearn it. Trauma bonds are not permanent, they are conditioned, and conditioned responses can be reconditioned, slowly, with the right support. You did not stay because you were foolish. You went back because your brain did exactly what evolution built it to do. The same wiring that once kept a helpless infant alive by staying close to its only source of safety. That pull you feel is not proof you belong there. It is proof that you survived something your body is still trying to make sense of.